SEALs have a reputation for being the meanest strike force on the block. They take on some of the most dangerous and secretive missions in the military playbook. Search and destroy patrols in Vietnam. Lightning assaults in Grenada and Panama. Rooting out terrorists in remote regions of Afghanistan. If you've got a beef with the United States, then you can bet these guys will come knocking. If regular infantry formations are blunt instruments, then SEALs operate as small surgical strike teams. Always outnumbered, but never outgunned, SEALs even up the odds by becoming masters of stealth. When you need to infiltrate a beach, destroy a warship, or attack the enemy with complete surprise, call in the SEALs. To take down their enemies on land, they pack Special Operations Modified M4 carbines and suppressed Heckler & Koch MP5 submachine guns. At sea, they are inserted by a combat rubber raiding craft. For swooping from 30,000 feet onto their enemies, they use high-altitude parachute systems. To perform stealthy underwater missions, they don Draeger LAR-5 rebreathers. The SEALs are the end result of 60 years of technological innovation, special ops missions, and hard-fought combat, making them the world's toughest special operations unit. Since the SEALs' greatest asset is stealth, they've developed equipment that lets them achieve their objectives while remaining right under the enemy's nose. For the past 40 years, SEALs have used firearm suppressors to quietly remove their foes from close range.
SEALs work in a covert manner on almost every operation they do. One of the ways they conceal themselves is the silent pistol shot. The SEALs, in the jungle, a black pistol comes up. There's a thud. That thud is the sound of the shot. The next thud is the sound of the enemy sentry falling to the ground.
The suppressor was invented at the turn of the 20th century by Hiram Percy Maxim. Maxim's father gained fame as the inventor of the modern machine gun. The father invented the noisiest weapon on the battlefield. The son created the quietest. Maxim marketed his suppressor as a more gentlemanly way of shooting. They were very popular in the 1920s and 30s, with sportsmen and gangsters alike. On the eve of World War II, suppressors were adopted by the OSS. Their ability to muffle a gunshot made them ideal for secretive missions. Contrary to Hollywood movies, the purpose of a suppressor is not to make a gun silent. It's to make a gunshot sound like something else.
The intent of the suppressor is to disguise the sound of the shot. What it is not to do is make the silent shot. Instead, it is to allow the pistol shooter to remain undetectable for a longer length of time.
The suppressor's effectiveness is in the way it vents the gases from a gun barrel after a round is discharged. When a bullet is fired from an unsuppressed weapon, the hot gases generated by the explosion rapidly expand inside the barrel and escape the muzzle at high velocity. The result is the distinctive sound of a gunshot. If a suppressor is put on a gun, the gases are trapped between chambers inside the suppressor's cylindrical body. The chambers allow the gases to expand and cool, reducing their velocity when they exit the barrel. The result is a gunshot sound that is much quieter or completely unrecognizable. During the Vietnam War, the granddaddy of all modern suppressed pistols, the Hush Puppy, was developed especially for the SEALs. Chief Patches Watson was one of the first SEALs to get his hands on the Hush Puppy and use it in combat.
Smith & Wesson Model 39 with a Hush Puppy. When you fired it, all you heard was that for about the first 5 or 6 rounds.
The Hush Puppy gained its nickname because of the distinctive purpose for which it was developed. eliminating noisy guard dogs.
We go in these villages 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. The dogs and the ducks raise all kinds of cane. We need something to shut them up without disturbing the whole neighborhood. They developed this particular device here, and because we wanted it to silence dogs and ducks, they called it the hush puppy. Because they couldn't see called the hush duck.
Fast forward to the 21st century, and present-day SEALs are still using suppressed weapons. Fitting suppressors to pistols and submachine guns is standard for clandestine missions, where concealment is everything.